Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video today. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about Tesla's latest update and how there's a handful of hidden features, hidden things in this latest update that you might be excited about. So we're going to talk about that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely hit up my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing a used Tesla. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. So here it is. Shout out to Green the Only. If you don't know who Green the Only is, I guess he's like a hacker. He's been doing this a lot, and where he just digs through a lot of these updates that Tesla has to find out any of the features that might be hidden that we can find in here. So other stuff that was in 2024.32. The first one is smart child seats. Other OEMs might have this feature, other manufacturers, but Tesla is now incorporating this. So if you've got a child seat in the back seat of your vehicle, then it will basically remind you if a child has been left behind. Really good, because I mean, I guess it's kind of weird because we do have dog mode, right? But I guess you're not supposed to use dog mode with their kids. But anyways, you're not supposed to leave your kids in any vehicle, even if you have AC as well. But certainly very interesting to see that is coming out. The second one is hands-free trunk and frunk. So hands-free trunk has already been released on, I think, Model S and some Model X. I personally haven't tried to use it at all. I mean, I tried to use it once and it didn't work, so I just gave up. But hands-free frunk might be an interesting one, because this would allow you to just basically walk up to your frunk area and the frunk would just open up so that you wouldn't have to like fiddle with it. But at the same time, a lot of the Tesla vehicles don't have a automatic frunk, so maybe this won't be that great of a feature. I mean, hands-free trunk is nice because a lot of the Tesla vehicles have that automated motorized trunk feature, but the frunk, I don't know, it's a little bit tough, and I don't really like using the frunk because you got to push down on it, and I've seen some Teslas with like a dented frunk. So really the frunk is only really to be used for when I want to keep something very secure, because there's no way to access the frunk, and you know, there could be car break-ins and certainly things like that. And so certainly the frunk that's like the only time I actually use it. The next one is Philippine support added for, quote, imminent launch. So it seems like maybe Tesla might be launching in a new market. So that could be an interesting one for sure. And then new Tesla Newswire also put this on the list. Navigation turn by turn list now includes road alert icons such as danger, speed cameras, accident, police, etc. So really cool to see that Tesla always keeps updating their vehicles. And that's kind of the cool thing, is like it's always like getting or feeling like you're getting a new vehicle every single time. So if you're interested in getting into a Tesla, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra $1,000 off a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X. My recommendation is to lock this in, because as we've seen in the past, Tesla changes their incentives all the time, whether it's 1.99% or discounts or free supercharging, and they've also changed referral programs pretty frequently as well. So right now it's $1,000 off, but I could see this being nerfed very quickly in the next few months. So if you want to lock it in, definitely hit the link down below in the description, find an inventory vehicle, or just place an order. And it does stack with military programs and also the fantastic 1.99% offer that's happening on the Model 3 and the Model Y. In other Tesla news, Tesla wireless charging. In the past, Tesla did buy like a wireless charging company, but now Tesla has also filed 4 patents for the wireless charging mat. So this will be a cool feature. I think it'll be really cool if you're going to be using like the robo-taxi feature, because then your vehicle could just go home and then charge up really quick and then leave. But I'm imagining this is going to be a lot slower than like a wall charger. And wall chargers, you know, they're nice. It's great for overnight charging. charging or a couple hours at a time, but you're not really going to get that crazy speeds like a supercharger. I mean, don't get me wrong, you definitely need a level 2 wall charger if you have a Tesla at your house or at your work, but I would imagine a wireless charger is going to be even slower than a wall charger. So I'm not sure the technology is worth it at the moment. So maybe later on in the near future, maybe in a couple of years or so when the technology really gets to ramp up in speed and everything. And I saw this is another post that I saw. It was mildly interesting. If you've got a Tesla Cybertruck, there is that $2,500 power share credit. We got an $1,800 one. It seems that now that Tesla is starting to put that into Cybertruck owners' wallets. And so Matt Wallace made this great post like, what if you stacked all these different incentives together onto a Tesla vehicle? So first one is $7,500 federal tax credit, even up all the way up to a Model 3 Performance, $1,000 referral credit. You can get yours down below in the description if you need it, or in the live stream chat. We also got a $1,000 military discount. That's all you have to do is go to the website and verify your military status. You can't just use anybody's. You actually have to be in military. And on top of that, a $2,500 power share credit from Tesla for buying a Tesla Cybertruck. Quote, that's $12,000 off a new Tesla. And if you max out referral codes, then you can get an extra discount all the way up to $17,000 off. Pretty insane, all the different incentives that Tesla is throwing out there. And I imagine it's only going to get better and better in the near future as we get to Q4, because right now there's inventory discounts like $1,000 to $2,000 off, but nothing crazy or nothing to jump out of your seat over. And so I certainly expect it to get even more and more crazier into Q4, especially when inventory is staying relatively high. We saw a dip with Tesla selling, and now inventory, especially for the Model Y, is going right back up to where it was before all these incentives. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed to see what type of incentives we get in the near future. And I'm still holding out for Q4 because, we want a Model 3 Performance. It would be nice. And I certainly think it's going to get like a $2,000 haircut. In other channel news, we went to go try and buy a Hertz Tesla Model 3. And we documented the whole experience. And I was actually pretty impressed with the Hertz Model 3, and they also had a Model Y. So if you want to watch this full video, there's some tips because, the Model 3s and the Model Ys at Hertz, they're not in the best condition. But I mean, at the same time, it's got 80,000 miles, and they do some reconditioning to make it up to spec, I guess. But certainly pretty interesting to see. And a lot of things did surprise me. Like one thing, Hertz does not charge any add-ons like other dealerships. There's no processing fee. You just pay the DMV fees, taxes, and you're on your way. So Hertz, in terms of their car sales strategy, I kind of like, because they just try and get them out, put a low price on it, and get them onto the road as quickly as possible, which makes a lot of sense. But we're going to jump into the next topic. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and haven't noticed any drop in speed. And I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Farrakhan, thanks for coming in. Tony, thanks for dropping by. Jody, thanks for coming in. My eBay video, and Adrian, thank you all for dropping by. I guess let's just get into the live stream comments. Hey Tony, how's it going? Are you going to be coming down, or you probably were going to some meets up there, but we're going to a meet tomorrow in Southern California. Furcone, you definitely shocked us with that Tesla Model 3 Hertz purchase. Yeah, I guess I was pretty curious to see what it's like to go drive one of those as well, but we were not able to make a deal, but it was pretty interesting because, yeah, there's some things about it for sure. Check out the video. My eBay, if I order a Model 3 Performance on the Tesla website, will it be 2024 or 2025? Great question. Most likely at this point, it will be a 2024. 2025 vehicles don't kick off until late November or even December. So probably it's going to be a little bit longer. But of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra $1,000 off. Adrian, do you anticipate additional Model Y incentives in Q4? Yes, for sure. Whether it's going to be as small as free supercharging or even 0.99 or 0%, I do think there's going to be more incentives, better incentives in Q4. But at the same time, is it worth the wait, or should you just lock it down? Because the incentives are pretty good right now, especially if you're looking at a Model Y, like 1.99 all the way up to 72 months. Tony, yes, I'm going to be missing EV Fest this round. We'll try to be next time. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a hike for you for sure, and so I don't expect it. But we're still rocking the front license plate. We haven't taken off since you put it on, and you probably saw some of those fantastic photos that Austin was able to take of. And so certainly we're going to be planning another photo shoot in the near future of that as well. In this next topic, Tesla is now offering tint in-house via XPEL. I'm not sure if I would go for this, but pretty interesting to see that they're actually doing this. Shout out to Zach for posting this. Just saw this at the Fremont Service Center in Northern California. Tesla is now offering window tint in-house. It's XPEL XR Plus. It's a great film. It's what I have on my vehicles. Really curious to see how dark they would go and how much they will charge. Yeah, pretty interesting. And I do wonder how much they'll actually charge as well. I believe this is ceramic tint. Yes, it is. And that's definitely what I recommend as well, because you kind of want to block the UV rays, and on top of that, look like it's make it look like a fantastic vehicle more than it is. We've always tinted our vehicles, all of our Tesla vehicles, and there's actually a recommended shop that I recommend solely, exclusively, and that shop is OC Tint Solutions in Southern California. Jason, the owner, has tinted my past 4 Teslas, Model Y, Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck. You can actually see this is our Cybertruck right here on the website. They use the best material, and they've got the best customer service and install. If you're interested, or even if you don't believe me, just check out their reviews on their website. You can see on Yelp, it's 5 full stars at over 800 reviews. If you're interested, head up Jason, the owner, and ask for the Dennis deal so that he can hook you up, and that's OC Tint Solutions. But certainly, I mean, it would be really nice to get this done at, straight away from delivery, so you don't have to spend the time to go to a different shop. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I would be interested in seeing like the quality of this and if how good it is or not. But it is, I do like the fact that you'll be able to save time if you could get it done before you take delivery of your Tesla vehicle. But of course, at the same time, it might be double the cost or even more of the cost at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Really appreciate you repping my products. Yeah, for sure, Tony. And if you're out there, if anybody is just bought a Tesla or is about to buy a Tesla, definitely check out Quick Bandit front license plate holder for your Tesla vehicle. It's an accessory I rock, and I definitely think it's worth it, especially in places like California where you could get a ticket for not having a license plate. Definitely check out the product. It's on Cybertruck, Rivians, Tesla Model 3, and much more. And if you need a discount code, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Just saw Zach earlier today at Yelp in Fremont. Yeah, how was that meet, by the way? Was it pretty good? I saw that they're having like a cars and coffee up in the Bay Area for that. In this next topic, if you're interested in that cheap Tesla Model 3, the brand new Model 3 Highland, we finally have a picture, a real picture of what the interior looks like. Of course, this is a cheaper, I think what they were saying like $3,000 to $5,000 cheaper. And so I'm wondering now, will the US Tesla bring this to the US market? And if they do, I mean, I wouldn't mind saving some money. I don't really care about the vegan leather, and I could go with this speed cloth gray textile interior as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. I mean, I think it looks fine. I mean, especially if I could save an extra $3,000 to $5,000 and still have like the same audio and features and LED ambient highlights, I would be down to rock this type of interior. I think it actually looks a little bit more sportier as well. But certainly this is the textile cloth seats that's part of the basic Model 3 variant. There's a lot of other features that were removed from it as well, like not having a rear screen and also not having a RGB LED light inside the interior, but certainly it is pretty interesting. And so let us know, would you be interested in something like this, or would you rather have the latest and greatest? I think right now we put a poll on the channel. We asked everybody, what is like the best deal Tesla vehicle right now? Is it the Model Y? Is it the Model 3? Which vehicle is it? And so I asked the question earlier today, and an overwhelming 42% said the Model 3 long range rear wheel drive is the best deal at the moment. In second place is the Model Y long range all-wheel drive, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, Model 3 right now, especially if you stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you get an extra $1,000 off. The Model 3 pricing is pretty favorable. I was actually taking a look at it myself to see like what type of pricing it actually could be. You know, like maybe we lease one of these after we sell our Model X and get into a nice daily driver, because you know the leasing payment is kind of favorable, the financing payment could be favorable, and the cash payment after all tax credits, the referral code discount can be as low as, of course, not that low, $29,000, because you don't actually get like the gas savings right away, but certainly like $34,000 to $33,000, which is actually not bad. But the one thing to be aware about, the Model 3 long range rear wheel drive does not have like the better audio system, and the interior is also downgraded as well versus the long range all wheel drive. But at a range of 363 miles, I think this might be a great daily driver, depending on how low of a lease payment or a finance payment we could actually get on one of these, because Tesla did kind of nerf it a little bit. Right now, 1.99 only goes up to 60 months, and at 72 months, it goes up to 2.99, and at 84 months, it goes all the way up to 3.99. Of course, not necessarily recommended at that 84-month term, but at 3.99, it's still a respectable interest rate, and especially if you stack it with all the different incentives that are out there, including a Tesla referral code, you can see how it could be a favorable price for sure. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Which vehicle do you think is the best deal at the moment? And would you buy a lower interior, cheaper, basic interior Tesla Model 3 if it saved you $5,000? Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to remove the rear-wheel drive version and just introduce a lower tiered interior version to really try and get to a lower and lower price. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Mr. My eBay, did you get the top of your car tinted? Heard it's not good because the glass could crack. Actually, I did on the Model Y, and actually OC Tint Solutions did it, and no issues at all. I think it's really nice. But now we have the cover in the Cybertruck. I do need to go back because I want to tint the roof and do some like sort of UV protectant with that. Tony, thanks for the website spotlight. Good turnout. We'll be posting the up group shot soon. Nice, for sure. It's really cool to see that they've expanded to NorCal as well. Kevin, love your videos. Can't decide if I want to lease or finance. This will be my first Tesla. I do get sick of cars pretty fast, but I'm scared the APR and the EV rebates won't be around in 3 years when the lease is over. Yeah, it's a good point, but at the same time, I mean, you could try and buy a used Tesla in 3 years, and it also will be super depreciated as well. If you get bored of your vehicles pretty quickly, then I would say just lease it or even finance it and just take the risk on it, because that's basically what we do. We've bought every one of our Teslas, 3YSX and now Cybertruck, and certainly we've made some money on some, but then now we're going to be losing our ass on the Model X. Inky, I just ordered a rear-wheel drive Model 3 in Quicksilver. I'm planning to tint the headlights. Oh, interesting. That would be pretty nice. Kevin, I also get $3,500 for Massachusetts in rebate. Then that's like a no-brainer. You might as well jump on into it, especially if it's a lease. That $3,500 is really going to lower that payment a ton and make it very, very, very favorable. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.